Chapter 6. Amelia is on her break from studying for the royal selection. She has gotten better at this than her usually last time because Naruto inspired her not to give up and not letting her fear scares her. This is her first time to get inspired with a great speech by him. His courage reached her heart and told her not to be afraid by humans. Not letting people told her down. Her heart told her to move forward until she achieves her dream and changes the world in a good way. She wants the world to be equal. Naruto. He's a special person and kind-hearted. He's so nice to her when she revealed to him that she's a half-elf. The humans hated her because they think she's a witch of frost and Satella. After she told him what she was, he didn't care about her appearance and not afraid of her. The half-elf doesn't know how to describe him. It was just that he's too nice and a perfect guy who can be her future husband. Her cheeks grew red as she held her cheeks with hands and shook her head. She jumped up from her chair. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Have I lost my mind? She thought with a blush as she looked out from the window and watched Naruto, sitting on the ground. I met him 3 days ago. What is this feeling? Maybe, she went a little too fast for thinking about love relationships. It was just too quick because she met him 3 days ago. Since she's on the break, there's nothing she can do in her room, but she always wanted to check on Naruto to see what's he doing. She got out of her room and went outside of the mansion. She saw Naruto sitting on the grass, so she ran toward him to say good morning. But, she stopped when she saw his face is asleep. His sitting position is strange. His legs are crossed and his hands are held together. What is he doing? Amelia asked. Oh. Lia. Puck said as he flew out and landed on her shoulder. Naruto is meditating. Meditating? Yes, he's focusing on his mind in silence. Gathering the energy inside of his body. He said as he looked at him. I'm surprised he can do it, too. The sliver-haired girl observed Naruto's meditate position. She thought he was sleeping when she saw his eyes were closed, but Puck told her that he's not sleeping. He is doing meditate for focusing on his mind and gathering the energy inside of his body. This is interesting to see him do that because she could use that but she doesn't know how to do it. It'll be better to wait for him until he finishes his meditate. Lia, don't try to bother while he's meditating. I'm sure he needs to be alone and quiet. Puck said. I won't, Puck. Amelia said as she turned away, but she stared at Naruto. She's staring at his whiskers on his cheeks. They're strange ones, but she want to touch them and feel them. She bent over her body and walked toward him quietly, so she doesn't bother him. She reached out her hand to touch his whisker. She was too curious if his whiskers are real or not. Are they real? What would it feel like to touch them? Let's see if Amelia can find out how it feels like to touch Naruto's whiskers. She needs to get closer and... Boo! Then, Amelia got scared and screamed from his surprise attack as she fell down on the ground in her butt. She looked at him who started to laugh at her as she glared at him. Why did you scare me for? You're so mean. She said as she gave him a cute punching. Sorry. I love teasing you, Amelia. You're too easy that I can scare you. Naruto smirked as he looked at her clothes. She wore a purple-white short dress like shirt length. Her arm sleeves are the same color as her dress. Naruto? She asked. The blonde man scratched his cheek gently and can't help it, but he blushed for seeing her dresses like that. Nothing. Anyways, if you were wondering about my whiskers, they're birthmark. He said. Wait, you know I was going to touch them. Amelia shocked with a blush as she sat down on the ground while tapping her fingers. So, he knew she was going for his whiskers. He did it on purpose. Naruto, I didn't know you can meditate. Puck said. Of course, everyone can meditate. The blonde shinobi said. So, what's up? Just want to see what you doing today. I'm sorry for interrupting your training. She said with a bow. The blonde man waved his hand. Whoa, there. You don't have to say sorry to me. Remember, when you're bored in your room, don't be afraid to talk with me. I'm all opened and eared. Amelia remembered what he told her from the other night. She hasn't forgotten about his words to her because she kept them in her mind. Honestly, all she ever wanted was to talk with her first friend. Okay, Naruto. She said with a smile. By the way, Rem told me that you two are going to grocery shopping today. Yeah, actually. She asked me first if I want to go grocery shopping with her, so I accepted her offer. He said. Wow. I'm surprised you two have been working out together. We just met a few days ago, but I'm sure we can work it out. Naruto said. Yeah, Rem did ask him to go shopping with her because she needs his help with carrying stuff. It's almost like they're going for a date. Honestly, he wants to go there and meets the villagers. It'll be nice to have a chat with them. On the second thought, Amelia hasn't gone anywhere in this place. She has been staying in the mansion and studies her royal candidate. Naruto just had an idea about this. He can take Amelia to the village after he and Rem returns or do it tomorrow. Amelia. Yes? After Rem and I done for shopping, how about you and I going out together tomorrow? To the village. Going out together? That's what friends do. Since you have nothing to do at home, you call your friend to hang out together. Fun things. Oh, the village, huh? Amelia asked as she's uncomfortable going to the village with Naruto. It's not that she doesn't want to go with him. It was just that she doesn't want to cause village trouble for him because she's a witch and witch of envy. The villagers wouldn't like her to come to their village. I love to, but it might cause trouble for you. And for the villagers. That sad look on her face broke Naruto's heart. He knew that would hurt Amelia's feelings and she refuses because she doesn't want to cause trouble for him. She's a very kind and sweet person, but she's too afraid that the villagers will. No, screw those words. Amelia needs to go out with him because she's always been alone in her room with no friends. He won't give up on her until he can see her happy. He wants her to have fun and spend time with him what friends do. Amelia, no matter what people think of you. No matter what anyone says about you. No matter what you think of yourself, I will always stay right beside you. Naruto said as he took her hand gently and grabbed her pinky finger with his. Then, let's make a promise. If they say bad things about you, I won't let their hatred get into your mind and your heart. Amelia was surprised when he grabbed her pinky finger and made a promise for her. The word, hatred. He won't let them get in her mind and her heart. A promise? Yeah. I will take their hatred for you and break that curse. If there is a thing such as peace, I will find the answer. So I won't give up. I want you to be happy for me and Puck. He said. Happy? She asked. Do you remember what I told you about my friends? Well, actually I don't have a lot of friends from my past when I was a child. I didn't make any friends, but until I grow up. I found them. The reason why I love them because they saved me from myself. They rescued me from my loneliness. They were the first to accept who I am. Naruto smiled as he listened to his heartbeat and remembered the feeling from his two friends. Now, it's my turn to save you from your loneliness. The half-elf was silent and looked at him with a shocked face. His smile is too pure and warm. She doesn't know what to say to him. She refused his offer, but he still keeps doing that for her. Naruto is seriously going to take hatred from humans and break the curses for her. When he said his friends saved him from himself, it sounds like he's like her with no friends in the past. Sadly, she didn't make friends because they don't like her. Right now, she has Naruto as a friend that will save her life from herself and rescue her from her loneliness. Naruto. She said softly as she held his pinky finger and smiled beautifully at him. Naruto, thank you. Yes, I will come with you. Good. That's a promise to Bayo. For tomorrow, I won't break and die. Naruto paused as he sensed something evil around him. He saw the familiar dark fog appears in front of him, blocking Amelia from him. The long transparent arms reached out from the magic rune and moved toward him. The blonde shinobi tried to evade, but he can't move his body in the dark fog. He knows this dark magic before. I love you. His eyes widened in pain and his hand flew to his chest as he felt something grab his heart. The shadow hand grabbed his heart and squashed it, making him fall down on the ground. He can hear Amelia's voice screaming him. Naruto. Naruto. Amelia said as she rushed toward him and grabbed him before his body collapses on the ground. She watched him breathing very hard and fast. Deep inside of him, Kurama and the other Bijus know what's going on. They saw what happened to him. Naruto isn't the only one that found the aura first. Naruto. Are you okay? She concerned as the blonde man started to calm and his breathing is slowing down. What happened? You suddenly fell down. I don't know. Naruto said truthfully as his eyes rolled on left to right to look for the shadow arms. He can't find them or any aura of the witch around here. I honestly don't know what's wrong with me dash. Amelia didn't give him a chance to talk as she raised her hands to touch his head in an instant. This feeling from her hands is so warm. There's nothing wrong with you. The half-elf said as she finished checking and looked at him in concern. Are you okay? You almost fell down. I'm okay, Amelia. Naruto said as he stood up, but he saw Amelia grabbed his arm to help him to stand up. Thanks for your help. Guess I have to stop my training for today. This is serious. Are you really okay? Amelia, I'm fine. You checked me already and said nothing wrong with me. Don't push yourself, Naruto. She said, still worried. I won't, Amelia. He chuckled. I have to get ready for Remington. We'll go to the village today. This is strange. Naruto never felt this pain before because he's a healthy guy and never had that heart attack. It wasn't a heart attack because he saw what happened. The strange black and purple arms came from the magic rune. One of them grasped his heart. He wasn't sure who did that, but he caught the scent of shadow arms. That aura or magic belongs to the witch. Kurama and the others told him that they saw them, too. You sure, Naruto? Amelia asked again, her worried expression never changed. I'm sure, Amelia. The blonde man said with a smile as he gave her a pat on the head and moved on. But, he stopped when his hand was grabbed by her hands as he turned around to see her. Please be careful. She said with a worried tone as her hands are shaking with fear. Naruto felt her hands are shaking in his hand. It kept shaking and felt a bit numb. She got scared when he fell and had a heart attack. Amelia doesn't want to see him get hurt like that because he's her first friend. Her eyes. Her face. They're the same expression like the future when she cried for him. That's right, he remembered her face. She doesn't want him to die because she wanted him to stay with her. She'll be all alone without him. Amelia. He called. Yes dash Amelia laughed as he started to tickle her on the side of a body. The half-elf can't stop her laughing while getting tickled by him. She tried to fight it back, but she can't do it and she kept laughing. Both of them fell down on the ground together and she knows this kind of position. She's on the ground as she looked it up at him. Her purple eyes meet his azure eyes. He's on top of her. There's a smile I want to see, Amelia. He said. The silver-haired girl stared at him for a good second. His handsome face. His beautiful blue eyes. Maybe, he's a perfect guy who can make her smile and laugh. Is this what love feels like for being with him? She reached her arms up toward his face and put her hands on his cheeks. Her silky soft fingers trailed across the whiskers on his cheeks. His whiskers feel thick, but they're soft and nice. Naruto had a blush when she touched them, but he closed his eyes calmly as her fingers stroked them. In the moments, he no longer has blush and let her fingers continue to stroke his whiskers. It's his first time getting touched by her soft fingers. Honestly, he doesn't remember getting his whiskers touched by girls. For sure, some girls touched him before, but he wouldn't buy that because Amelia's hands are the best. Naruto. I love you. That memory shot in his mind as he opened his eyes to look at Amelia. Amelia, maybe we should get up. He said as he quickly got up off her and offered her a hand. Amelia was disappointed at this because she wanted to touch them more. But, she realized she touched his whiskers without saying. Why yes. She said with a blush as she grabbed his hands and lifted herself up. Her worried expression has changed into a happy one. She enjoyed his presence. Sorry that I stayed too long. He said. I am the one who should be sorry. She said. Naruto has finally changed the butler suit into his clothes. Everything smells so good and clean. Rem did a great job of washing his clothes, but damn she did everything in the mansion. She cooks, cleans, and washes. Rem should deserve to take a break and try to have a good time today. He was very surprised that she asked him to go shopping with her. She let Roswell and her sister Ram know that she'll be going with him. This girl though, he noticed her eyes were filled with upset, shame, and anger. A few days ago, she took a suspicious of him. He understands why she did that, but what for? Maybe, it was about her past because Roswell told him about their life. Their village got attacked by a group called Witch of Cult. They're responsible for that. No wonder why he felt the anger presence from Rem, because she hated them so much. Snapping his mind out, he heard someone knocks on the door. He walked toward the door and opened to see someone who knocked on the door. Ram? Naruto blinked in slight surprise as he found Rem's sister standing in front of his room. Naruto, I heard you and Rem are going to the village together. Am I correct? She asked. Yeah, you're right. Rem's the one who planned this before today. She asked me if I want to go with her, so I said yes. Naruto said. Is Rem not coming today? Yes, she's coming. She needs to prepare something before going to the village. She said. I see. He nodded, but he sensed the aura from her. That was strange because Rem's aura was stronger than hers. Ram is the oldest sister. Naruto, can I ask you something? Yeah, what's up? Yesterday, my sister Rem told me that you don't hate demons. Yeah, that's right. She asked me what will I do when I approach demons with hatred. I answered her with this. I'm going to come after all that hate inside them as well so someday. He said with a smile. I want to be friends with demons. Ram widened her eyes a bit with a shock expression. She can see why Rem started to like this man because he doesn't hate demons. Not only he doesn't hate demons, but he understands the emotion from them. Ram, you and your sister are very close. I'm amazed by the bond you two share. Naruto said with a smile. Yes, we're sisters. We protect each other. Alright then. He nodded. By the way, you're sure that you two are maidens that work here? There's gotta be another one who works here before. Actually, yes, there was one who works with us before. But, she quit her job. Ram answered. Really? Why? I cannot tell you that detail because it was her reasons. I understand. Naruto said as he grabbed his headband from the desk and wrapped around his forehead. Again about his thought, Ram doesn't seem to be much stronger than her little sister Remington. However, Naruto sensed her aura that she can use magic. That was weird because those two are sisters and supposedly born with one horn on each of them. Rem has one, but Ram doesn't. Something's wrong? Ram asked. It's nothing. Naruto said as he shook his head. Alright. I'm gonna demonstrate some moves today. Rem watched with surprised looks on her face at the scene in front of her. She just returned from the shop. It seems like Naruto is showing to everyone what he can do. He punched in the straightway first and threw a roundhouse kick in front of everyone. Then, he stopped after using a roundhouse kick and took a deep breath from his chest slowly. His fighting pose is still on, which is how the martial artist does. This is awesome. I wanna try that. Careful, Lucas. This is going to be hard for you. Naruto. What about mine? Nice punch and a good kick. Keep up good work. The two boys, Luca and Kane, seemed so happy by the praise given from the shinobi blonde. They enjoyed it with him. Not only just those two, but the villagers enjoyed his appearance. They watched him demonstrating the children from behind them. What's this, Petra? Naruto asked as he looked at the little girl with long reddish brown, holding the couple of flowers in her hands. This is for you, Naruto. She said. Seeing the smile on Petra's face, the blonde shinobi smiled back to her as he picked the flowers from her. Thank you. He said as he ruffled on her head gently. Rem was surprised that the children liked Naruto and the villagers, too. It's his first time to visit here. When they entered the village, they were supposing to buy some food for dinner. Naruto didn't do anything wrong, but the villagers approached him to meet their new guest. Hey. Are you the knight? Luca asked. Nope, I'm not. I'm a shinobi. Naruto answered. A shinobi? Luca's father asked as he walked beside his son. It's our first time to see shinobi come to our village. Really? Yeah, we saw most of the knights. However, it's very rare for us that we get to meet shinobi. Naruto nodded in understandable and looked away for a second. So, he isn't the only shinobi in this world. Well, they're not like his version because he came from another world. That's interesting, so he was wondered that he can meet the other shinobi. So, I'm first? He asked. No kidding. You're the first person who visits here. Luca's father said as he looked at the children. And the children would love to see your shinobi technique. Maybe, next time. Naruto said before his back of the jack was pulled as he turned around to see it. He saw Petra. What's up? There's something we want to show you. She said as she pointed at the forest. There was another girl over there by the fence. Naruto looked at Rem that finished her shopping until she nodded to let him go. So, he followed her and the children to the fence. But, there was a warning about the forest and not allowed to go in there. The barriers were placed in the trees to protect the village from the monsters called demon beasts. Good thing that Rem warned him. When he and the children are at the fence, Naruto met a little girl with blue hair. The girl was holding the black cute puppy with a bald on the head in her arms. The children want to show him that the girl has a puppy. A puppy? Naruto wondered before he changed into a smile at the puppy how cute it is. But, the puppy seems to growl at him for no reason. The puppy is tamed. Luca said. What did you do to that puppy? I didn't do anything. Naruto said as his eyes twitched and looked at the puppy. He noticed there was a bald spot on the head. Hey, you have a bald spot on your head. He started to reach for the puppy's head to touch it, but it's bite on his hand. His eyes are narrowed in pain as he swiped his hand away from the puppy. Damn, that bite is hurt like hell. That puppy's teeth are as sharp as the bulldog's teeth. The children are laughing at him except Petra that got worried about him. A sweet girl ran to approach him and check his hand after he got a bite from the puppy. Are you okay, Naruto? I'm so sorry. She worried. It's okay, Petra. A puppy can be overprotective of the owner. The blonde man smiled as he ruffled her head gently and made her smile. He looked at his left hand, but damn. His hand is bleeding a lot. Then, Naruto looked at the damn puppy that bit his hand. It is still growling at him, but why? He didn't do anything to that animal, but at that moment, his eyes have changed. They're glaring at the puppy with anger and seriousness because he started to know something. And that girl with blue hair seems very suspicious to him. Why does he look so serious about them? What are they? For some reasons why because he felt negative emotion from. Naruto-kun, are you okay? That voice snapped his mind out as he looked at blue-haired maiden who called him. Why yeah, I'm okay. He said. Your hand. Rem said as she looked at his left hand with blood. Oh no. I'm fine Tabeo. He said, waving his right hand to her. Of course, his left hand can heal itself because Kurama is inside of him. Also, it's fast healing. We should go home now. I'm done shopping. She said. Naruto nodded as he turned around to the children and delivered them a waving hand to say goodbye. It's nice to meet the children and villagers because they are nice people. But, they don't like Amelia because she's a half-elf and witch of frost which he doesn't like. Hopefully, someday, he can change their mind and show their respect to her. You were quite popular with them. Rem said. For some reason, kids have always liked me. Naruto said as he looked at the barrel that Rem holding. Let me help you. That's not necessary, Naruto-kun. I can handle it on my own. Rem said. Come on. I've been helping a lot of people. Naruto said as he lifted the barrel upon his shoulder. Alright, Naruto-kun. Rem nodded. The blue-haired maid and the blonde shinobi walked together in silence, only hear the sounds of the breezing wind and animals. Coming to the village from the mansion wasn't too far, it took them around 20 or 30 minutes by foot. What's this feeling? I feel danger, Naruto thought as he glanced back to the village. The puppy. The girl. Both of them got him very suspicious of them. Was it just his imagination? He looked at the bite mark on his left hand, but it already healed. There's something strange about the bite mark from the puppy. He can feel unfamiliar aura on his hand. Do you guys sense something? He thought as he looked at Biju's. Yeah, we sensed something from your left hand. Kurama said. Do that when you two get the mansion first. Matatabi said. Naruto-kun, thank you for helping me. Rem said as two of them have arrived mansion. It's no big deal. If you need helps, let me know. I'm always open. Naruto said before he saw Roswell dressing in a black tuxedo. Roswell, you're going somewhere. Just for a while. I received a troublesome message you see. I'm going to the vicinity of Garfield's place to verify it. Either way, it feels suspicious. The clown said. I don't think I'll able to return tonight. Remington Ram. I'll leave things to you. Naruto blinked his eyes with surprise at Roswell's dress and leaving the mansion. He didn't leave the mansion from the future, but right now, he's leaving. Did the future mess up? Or was it just his imagination? I'll also be counting on you, Naruto-kun. Roswell said as he walked past him and patted on his shoulder. Take good care of Emilia-sama. Sure, no problem. Naruto said with a smile. Good. The clown said as he started to fly up into the air. Then, look after things while I'm away. The three watched Roswell flies away from here to the place where he's supposed to meet him. After he left, Rem and Ram walked back inside the mansion. But, they stopped and noticed Naruto stills outside. Naruto-kun. Are you coming? The blue-haired girl asked. Yeah, I'm coming. Naruto replied as he went inside the mansion while carrying the barrel. What interesting magic that Roswell had. So, where do you want me to put? I want you to put it in the kitchen. Can you help us to cook dinner, Naruto? Ram asked. Sure, no problem to Bayo. Naruto said as he still carried the barrel and brought it to the kitchen. He placed it on the ground, but he looked at his left hand. He stared at the bite mark from a puppy, unsure of it. He sensed an aura around his hand, but it's a bad one. A very bad one. In the village, he felt negative emotions from the puppy and the girl with blue hair. If he was correct, that girl's not here to live in the village. She probably targets someone else. Things are getting serious and he doesn't like this, but he had a plan. He left the kitchen, leaving his work without telling everyone. Except he didn't notice that Amelia found him first as she walked in the hallway and watched him leave. Naruto. The silver-haired girl wondered as she started to follow him. Following him without alert was wrong, but something isn't wrong about him. Amelia gazed at Naruto outside from hiding behind the door. She knows something wasn't right about him today when Naruto and Rem came back from the village. Her eyes are narrowed to look at him closer. Outside, Naruto closed his eyes and concentrated his chakra for his left arm. His left arm glowed in yellow chakra as he borrowed Kurama's chakra to use it. What is this? He thought as he saw the strange black cloud appeared around his left hand. The black cloud doesn't look so good to him. He didn't like it and had a bad feeling. It'll be better to tell Rem and Ram that the village is in trouble except for Amelia. She mustn't know about this because he figured it out, she's the main target. The black cloud? That must be from the puppy. Kurama said. The blonde shinobi nodded, but he glanced back when he heard a voice from behind the door. Amelia? He surprised as the girl ran toward him without any second thoughts. Naruto, why you're cursed? She said as she looked at his left hand, but why his arm is yellow? Cursed? He asked. Yes, you're cursed. Amelia yelled with a worried look as she looked over his hand with a black cloud. Are you okay? Does it hurt? Wait, don't. I can rid of it. Naruto said as he stopped her before telling Beatrice. He managed to stop her from telling and she turned around to look at him. Just watch, okay? The silver-haired girl stayed and watched him how he does. Naruto simply crushed the black cloud as he fisted and made it disappeared. That was easy to break it and find out he has a curse. Now then, he should probably go back to the village and check out see what happened. Amelia was surprised that he could dispel the curse on his own without Beatrice's help. Naruto, how did you get the curse? She asked as he powered his yellow mana down. I'm impressed you detected it and broke the curse without Mikashira. Beatrice said as she came from the back door, surprising Naruto and Amelia as they looked at her. She only looked at Naruto that broke the curse himself. The curse came from a beast called Woolgarm. They can able to cast the curse on humans. Then, the Woolgarm is... Naruto said as he realized who Puppy was. He clenched his teeth as he ran back in the mansion and Amelia followed him. He went into his room and grabbed his weapon pouch. He knew the puppy and the girl is enemies. He shouldn't have stopped them from the first place, but there was no way how can he explains the villagers. Naruto, what are you doing? Amelia asked as she's in his room. I'm going back. The village is in trouble now. It could be too late. He said as he gathered all of weapons and turned around to Amelia. Amelia, I want you to stay here and never come outside until I come back. Warn Rem and Ram that I'll be gone. It's too dangerous for you to go alone. Amelia said as she held his hand from getting out. If the beast can cast a curse, it probably has a pack with it. I can help you. I'll be fine. Trust me. I fought the beasts in the past. He said with a smile as he patted on her head. Don't worry about me. There's no way I can lose to them to Bayo. I promise. Then, I will send Rem to go with you. Naruto and Amelia turned around together as they saw the two maidens who stood out of a room. They must have heard everything from them or Beatrice. Rem? Ram? You know everything? The shinobi asked. Yes, Beatrice told us everything. Ram said. I know you can do this on your own, but I cannot allow you to go alone. Fine. Naruto accepted as he looked at Amelia. Since Rem is with me, we'll be back. I promise. The silver-haired closed her eyes in seconds and sighed in defeated. Okay, Naruto. I won't stop. It's probably no use telling you not to be rash or reckless, too, right? She asked. Well, I can't say I'm with both of them, but I'll try my best not to do any of them. He said. Amelia smiled at him as she closed her eyes and placed her hand on his chest where the heart was. May the blessing of the spirits be with you. She prayed. What was that mean? It's a good luck prayer. It means to come back safely. Thank you, Amelia. I will come back safely. Okay, we're here. Ram will be mad and report to Amelia for holding me. This isn't sexual harassment. I have to carry you because I can run fast. I'm afraid that you will slow me down. Naruto and Rem have arrived in the village. Instead of running together, Naruto had to carry her and used his pure speed to get there fast. It only took them the few seconds. Rem was very amazed how fast his speed is from mansion to here. Maybe, she underestimated him and his speed. Naruto has a lot of mana. She knew he wasn't just a human because he protected Amelia and fought a vampire Elsa. He's strong and fast. She hates admitting between Naruto and Roswell, but there could be a possible that Naruto can win against him. Naruto hasn't showed his true power yet and could defeat him on one-on-one. Hey, did something happen? His voice and snapped the blue-haired maid from her thought. She saw everyone holding torches and searching around in the village. Yeah, several of the village children have gone missing. All the adults are looking for them. The villager said. Where could they be? Rem asked as she looked at Naruto. Do you know? Yeah, I think I know where they are. Naruto said as he looked at the long path and ran on that path. Rem, follow me. And you get everyone and follow on this path. Yes, sir. Naruto, how did you know that? Rem asked. One of the children told me to follow them and the one girl showed me the puppy. When I got bit by the puppy, I felt negative emotion from it and the girl. The girl? Yeah, the girl. She has negative emotion, too. It seems like she's not here to live with village. I think she's here to assassinate Amelia. Rem's eyes widened with shocked. That's impossible. She said. Hate to say this, but it's true. If I told her to leave the village, the villagers probably will think I'm evil for attacking the child. I see. The two have stopped when they're here at the fence where the children were. Rem began to look around and search for the glowing light stone which is for protecting the village. She found it when she pointed her finger at the stone without a light. The barrier has been broken. She said. Then, that means demon beasts can go through it. Yes, that's correct Naruto, what are you doing? Rem asked as she saw Naruto jumped over fence and almost entering the forest. What do you think? I'm going to save the children. Wait. You can't make that decision on your own. With Roswell-sama away from home, can you be sure that this isn't a ruse to divert attention from the mansion? Then, you stay here with villagers and guard them. I have no problem going by myself. I can't just ignore children because they have a dream. Naruto said. A dream? Rem said. Yeah, they told me about their dream what they want to be. These children are special and will make their dream come true. Naruto said as he began to walk in the forest, but he turned around to look at Remington. Those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. Those eyes on his face aren't joking. This man isn't kidding around. His eyes are filled with anger, determined, and fearless. He's willing to save the children with his life. Very well. My orders were to keep an eye on you. She said as she walked toward and jumped over the fence. Then, let's go. Naruto paused as he saw a weapon flail in her hands. What the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? What's wrong, Naruto-kun? Nothing. Naruto and Rem went in the forest, searching for the children who have been missing. The children can't be far away from because two can sense their aura nearby here. They moved to the left and headed straight. The kids, Naruto said as they found the children up on the hill. When they got up of the hill, the children are fine, but they're not feeling too good. The children have a bite mark on their legs, arms, and shoulders. They all have the curse from the demon beast. I can't dispel curse, however, I can cast a healing spell to comfort Dash, Rem shocked as she watched Naruto doing some of strange magic she ever seen. His right arm is glow yellow and his back, too. He held one of children's arm to lift the curse up, surprising he got the curse out and crushed it with his hand. The multiple of yellow glowing arms seemed to come from his back and they reached out for other children. They broke the curse easily like he had no problem with it. The curses are all gone from them. Naruto dispelled the curse for them. Rem was shocked at his magic for dispelling the curses for children. Those yellow glowing arms are almost identical to witches, but they're different. They're not like them. She felt the warm feeling from them and Naruto's mana. Yes, Naruto-kun. Follow me. Rem said as both of them have to head back to the village. The pack of Wolfgarm is coming for them. The two are on their run to the village because they're outnumbered. With many of Wolfgarm, they have no chance to kill all of them except Naruto. He can defeat all of them on his own, but he cannot fight while carrying Petra with him. Also, he needs to find the girl and the damn puppy because she can break the barrier. The strategy was easy because Naruto can still fight demon beasts whenever in front of him while carrying Petra. Rem is right behind him, making sure no Wolfgarm attack his back. But, they kept coming and attacking, not letting them back to the village. They are everywhere. If you see the bonfire, you almost there. Rem said as she swung flail to two of Wolfgarm and split them in the half with a chain. Naruto listened and kept running until he finds the bonfire, however, he found it already at the village. He can see it from here to there. We're almost to the barrier, he said before he reacted in shock when he saw Rem came out from the bush. A couple of blood is on her skirt and her right sleeve, revealing her skin, which means she got hurt by a couple of Wolfgarms. Rem must have fought them off on her own, protecting Naruto while he carried Petra. Rem, are you Dash? The blonde man interrupted as she pushed him away from her before a river hit her from nowhere. His eyes are widened in horror and shock that Rem saved both of them. Rem. Without second thoughts, Naruto summoned a clone and ordered him to take Petra to the village. He's going back to save Rem and protect her from the Wolfgarms. However, he found the damn puppy on the hill that used magic to hurt Rem. He was going to kill for it, but he sensed familiar aura from behind him. A sense of disturbance and sinister as the blonde shinobi turned around to see and found Rem who had those auras. She's alive, but something changed her. A horn grew from her forehead with pink small lighting. Rem? He asked as he heard her manic laughing, but he ducked down when the flail almost hit him from her. She attacked him without a single thought, but she killed a bunch of Wolfgarm. Demon Beast. Demon Beast. Demon Beast. Demon Beast. Witch. She said insanely as she continued to kill more of them. No way. This is her Oni form. Naruto thought with a shock, watching her how she kills the demon beasts. Her fighting style is so raw and wild. This isn't herself. So, this is her Oni form that allows her to transform into Oni and gives her strength. The way how she fights is wild and out of control because she has gone berserk. If this keeps up like that, she will destroy everything and hurt herself. Rem needs to stop or else things are gone bad. Really bad. Rem, stop. You're hurting yourself. Naruto yelled. Rem heard his voice as she turned around to him and attacked him without second thoughts. The blonde shinobi clenched his teeth as he had to dodge her attack before it hits him. It seemed like she isn't listening to him because she's out of control. Still though, he needs to stop her no matter what. He glanced to the right when he saw the puppy used magic on him. The ground is crumbled and exploded on him, but he dodged the explosive with pure speed. He then slashed the group of Wolfgram one by one first, so it'll be him and Rem without getting interrupted. When Naruto killed the last one, he went back to fight Rem in berserker mode or Oni mode. What can he do to stop her? All he can do is dodging her attacks without hurting her, but there has to be another way to stop her. Naruto, try to hit her horn. If you hit her horn, it will bring her back to normal. Chomei said. Will that work? Trust me. Naruto doesn't want to hurt Rem's horn, but he had no choice to try it. It's his only opinion to stop her and bring her back to normal. So, the shinobi decided to follow his plan and began to charge her. He saw Rem swung the morning star to him, but he sidestepped the attack on the right. However, the spiky ball scratched his jacket off a little. What is he? What kind of magic is that? Naruto, what kind of magic is that? She asked. I'll explain later after we rescue those children, Naruto said before he heard Lucas's voice as he looked down at him. Lucas? Petra still, in the... Then, the blonde shinobi widened his eyes with shock and remembered Petra. No, Petra. He said as he's going to find her, but he was stopped by Rem. Please be careful. She said. Right. I'm coming, Petra. I'm coming. Naruto said as he ran in the deep forest. He followed Petra's aura and she shouldn't be too far from him. So, a girl with blue hair took Petra in the deeper forest and forced anyone to rescue her. He knows it's a trap, but he still's going in and want to save Petra no matter what. He never abandoned the people. Good thing that Rem stayed with the children because the villagers are on their way to save the children. Rem warned him if he goes deeper, he'll be lost in here. However, that's no problem for him because he can go back by following Rem's aura and come back to the village. The shinobi already unsheathed the kunai in his hand, just in case if the demon beasts attack him. You know you couldn't have killed her and puppy from the first place. Kurama said. I'm not like that, Kurama. If I killed her, they will hate me for that. So, the puppy can cast the curse, but I don't buy that isn't just a puny. Be ready for it. Naruto nodded until he reached his destination and stopped behind the bushes to hide it. He found Petra lying on the ground by the log. He didn't detect any demon beasts, but he can feel they're waiting for him. So, he walked out of the bushes and stayed cautious of ambush attacks. As he approached Petra, he had to check her if she has a bite mark on him, and yes she has. Before he was going to dispel the curse, but he heard a growling noise from behind him as he glanced back. He found a demon beast. The demon beast has black fur, a salivating mouth with razor-sharp teeth, red eyes, and looks like a wolf. That beast must be Woolgarm who cast the curse to people. That dog doesn't seem to be a tough one. Naruto gripped the kunai before Woolgarm started to charge him. His eyes were tightened with serious as he grabbed the body and slammed it into the thick branch on his left. Then, he finished the wolf off by stabbing in its brain. But, this isn't over yet because there's another one suddenly attacks him from behind. The blonde shinobi turned around and threw the kunai at the chest. He delivered a roundhouse kick to the head. This situation isn't a good place for him to stay because Petra is still here. He grabbed her body up, getting out of here before more will come, but it was too late. A pack of Woolgarm came from the forest, growling at the boy with hungry eyes. Naruto can take all of them down, but he doesn't have much time because of Petra's curse. In that case, he summoned the clones to assist him to fight the wolves. They can buy him more time for his escape and head back to the village. The battle has already started. Go, boss. We handle this. The clones said as he and the others attacked them. The real Naruto nodded as he began to retreat to the village while the clones fighting for him. He dashed through the forest as he can before Petra will die from her curse. Hopefully, the barrier was fixed already. 2 clones are down. Naruto thought as he felt his clones died in the battle, however, some of them are still alive. Wait. Where are the girl and the puppy? They haven't been spotted yet before he rescued Petra. The howling interrupted his thought as he looked to his right and saw Woolgarm attacks him. He unsheathed another kunai to attack, but an unknown flail killed that creature for him. Rem, is that you? Naruto asked. Yes, it's me. The children have been safely returned to the village. Thank you for buying time. Rem said as she noticed Petra is in his arms. You found Petra, but where's the other girl? I don't know where she was, but I have a bad feeling about this dash. Naruto paused as he sensed his clones are dead. All of them are dead, so that means the pack of Wolfgarm is on their way. We have to go back to the village. Right now. Yes, Naruto-kun. Follow me. Rem said as both of them have to head back to the village. The pack of Wolfgarm is coming for them. The 2 are on their run to the village because they're outnumbered. With many of Wolfgarm, they have no chance to kill all of them except Naruto. He can defeat all of them on his own, but he cannot fight while carrying Petra with him. Also, he needs to find the girl and the damn puppy because she can break the barrier. The strategy was easy because Naruto can still fight demon beasts whenever in front of him while carrying Petra. Rem is right behind him, making sure no Wolfgarm attack his back. But, they kept coming and attacking, not letting them back to the village. They are everywhere. If you see the bonfire, you almost there. Rem said as she swung flail to two of Wolfgarm and split them in the half with a chain. Naruto listened and kept running until he finds the bonfire. However, he found it already at the village. He can see it from here to there. We're almost to the barrier, he said before he reacted in shock when he saw Rem came out from the bush. A couple of blood is on her skirt and her right sleeve, revealing her skin, which means she got hurt by a couple of Wolfgarms. Rem must have fought them off on her own, protecting Naruto while he carried Petra. Rem, are you Dash? The blonde man interrupted as she pushed him away from her before a river hit her from nowhere. His eyes are widened in horror and shock that Rem saved both of them. Rem. Naruto sighed with eyes closed in seconds as he looked down at her face. Remington, he said. Yes? Rem asked as she moved her head up slowly. Idiot. Naruto answered as he poked his finger on her forehead and she held her forehead. Those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. My teacher once told me this and wanted me to remember them. And, Rem. Yes dash, Rem gasped as he wiped her tears on the face. His hand is so warm and nice that it melts her icy heart into a warm heart. This isn't your fault, Remington. Not to me. I don't know what happened between you and Rem in the past, but let me tell you what I know. You're not useless and didn't commit anything. You're kind, hardworking, cute, always do your best, and special person. Naruto said as he lifted her chain up by fingers. Your sister doesn't want you to be sad, so her wish is to make you happy. So get those stupid thoughts out of your head and stop blaming yourself. Rem, I care about you and I won't leave you behind. No matter what, I'll save you from your darkness. Naruto-kun. Rem said before she heard branch cracking. Naruto sensed Wolfgram's aura, but there's a couple of them. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. He said quietly as he summoned a clone and gave Rem to him. You got it, boss. Wait. There's no way you will survive. Please don't. If you do that dash, Rem paused as Naruto stroked his hand in her hair gently. Don't worry. I'm a shinobi who never give up and never break the promise. Naruto smiled. You're my friend. I promise you that I will come back alive to Bayo. Rem stared at his azure eyes and his facial expression in astonishment. She can't help it, but blushed for seeing Naruto's handsome face. Take care of her. Naruto said. I will. Good luck, boss. The clone said. Then, Naruto and his clone got split up. The clone carried Rem to the village. Real Naruto will fight the alpha of the pack. Naruto saw the other Wolfgrams are on both sides as he grabbed the scroll from his pouch. He opened the scroll as he spun around himself, shooting hundreds of kunai at them. It killed a lot of them as Naruto heard whimpering from them and saw the dead bodies. Those small Wolfgrams are so easy to kill. Since he killed all of them that are in his way, the puppy is the last one. He was going to kill for it, but the puppy suddenly transformed into a big Wolfgram. It's bigger than him and the other Wolfgram. So, this is your true form. Alright then. Naruto said as he gripped the kunai and glared at the big Wolfgram. The big wolf roared at Naruto as it began to attack him with the claw. He evaded that attack by sidestep as he rushed and slid underneath the body to slash the legs. Cutting the legs, it made a big beast demon goes on the ground. However, this one is very stubborn as it roared in anger at Naruto. Rem watched Naruto with horror expression from the back while being carried by the clone. Wait. Naruto-kun is. Naruto-kun. She said. Don't worry about him. My boss isn't kind of a person who won't lose and break the promises. Believe in him, Remington. The clone said. The blue-haired maiden kept watching Naruto fights Big Wolfgram on his own. He fought that creature with his life to protect her. His words. His promises. Those things are in her mind and her heart. She can't stop thinking about Naruto. Naruto-kun. She cried as she shook her body and made the clone falls down on the ground. She turned around to look at Naruto fighting Wolfgram. Naruto-kun. Naruto smiled when he heard Rem cries out his name. Well, he can't waste his times or else Rem will cry again. Sorry, boy. Guess I have to destroy you right now. He smirked as he crossed his fingers and the large white popped up. The big wolfgarm can't see him in the white smoke, so it tried to attack him with claw by smashing it. It didn't catch or kill him yet because it can't see it. In the seconds, the white smoke is gone until its red eyes widened and shocked what it saw. Taju Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto and his army yelled at the same time. How many clones did he create? It was more than hundreds. The massive beast stepped back, but it roared with anger at them as Naruto and the clones started to charge at it together. They saw the beast uses the claw to attack them as they dodged the attack by sliding underneath. All of them were smirked as they planned to use the signature move on Wolfgarm that won't survive at this. Some of the clones kicked the massive beast up into the air while yelling, Uzumaki. Once the beast is airborne, the 1000s of clones himself punched it from every direction with their combining 2000 fists. The two clones joined together to deliver a final blow, a simultaneous punch from the left and right. Naruto Naizen Rendan, Naruto 2K Uzumaki Barrage. They yelled as they punched the hell of a massive beast and it fell into the ground too hard. They can see the beast got beat up really bad by their punches and kicks. The body can't move because they broke everything of bones. Then, the clones smirked before they dispelled themselves, but it wasn't over yet. The real Naruto is still in the air, gathering the large chakra on his right hand to perform the final attack. Oh, you think I'm done because I'm not done yet. Gotta make sure you are dead. Naruto said as he formed a Rasengan on his hand and made it bigger with a large chakra. Odama Rasengan, Giant Rasengan. He smashed Wolfgram into the body and destroyed entirely. The clone got up quick and guarded Rem before a big blast them. Both of them held each other tight as the strong wind and explosive wave kept going, but now, it has stopped. The two let go of each other and the clone lifted Rem up to stand up. They walked toward the smoke to see what happened except the clone that knows already. The smoke was cleared as they went through. Rem was really shocked to see dead Wolfgram. All of the body is a part away. But, where's Naruto? Rem needs to see him if he's alive, but she found him already. Naruto was nearly knocked over as he was hugged by Remington. He gladly returned the hug as his arms wrapped her body. You're alive. You stayed alive. Naruto-kun. 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 She cried as she buried her face into his chest, never letting him go. I'm okay, Remington. I'm okay. Naruto said as he looked at her crying face and wiped the tears with his thumbs. Then, Rem looked at him when he cleaned her tears. Without a saying word, Rem nodded and still hugged him. She doesn't want to let go of him because she thought he was going to die. She was so scared that she'll lose him. No matter what she tried to stop her crying, but her tears kept flowing. They won't stop. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.